Grown Up Group. This is a podcast of regular people tackling the world from a Black perspective. Today I'm here with Kira and I'm Ty. So we're going to jump into some of our segment questions. I got to just say, this is going to be a rapid fire. I'm going to throw out some names of individuals and get our thoughts on it. For Joe Biden, I'm happy that he bowed out. He gracefully bowed out. I'm tired of seeing a man fall. I'll be very honest. I was so concerned for his health. I was just like, if he fall one more time, if the wind just pull this man away one more time. I mean, between his, debates and, him falling asleep or not being able to hold a full thought, it was just really concerning
Right,
to me. I'm really more concerned about him. Apologies, my apologies. I don't wish this upon anybody. I was worried about him dying in office. And then
right,
Kamala actually taking over at that point, because then I think that you're like just put in a situation, and I've been in that role where you've been just put in a position and you're just like, okay, now I got to just wing it and figure out what I'm doing day by day.
right.
I didn't want that to happen to him in that office. So I'm happy that he bowed out and he just basically took his step back. I wish I'll go to the next person. Kamala Harris. I am so undecided because there's things that I can't forget. I can't forget a lot. Um, I don't think she's as much of a likable person, just because she seems so hard and rigid to me. I would love
Mhm.
to say that there would be a black woman in office or a minority office because I would root for that. But I wish it was somebody that I felt was deserving of it. Someone like, I want to say, I prefer they gave it to Michelle Obama. I prefer they gave it to any black woman,
Right,
Eartha Kitt if she was still alive. Halle Berry, I don't give a shit. They don't even have political stances. But I would think another black woman being in office is something that I should be okay to applaud. I just feel
right,
that this one specific one is not very much of a likable character. Even though she's more likable than Trump, that doesn't mean that she's a likable person. If you look at
right,
the two options we have, we still got two bad options. That's how I look at it. Um, the orange man, Donald Trump. I have so many thoughts about him. I wish he would give it up, but I do understand why he would not. One, the charges would be dropped 100%. You touched on that earlier. Two, he is a go getter. He is not necessarily great at what he's going to go get, but he's a go getter. He is somebody that is driven. And the more you tell me he can't, the more he wants to. So that's
right,
pretty much how he works. And I know that because the years of being around this man and hearing exactly what his stances are politically, in the world and everything, he just goes harder. Immigration, he has not let up on that. He has not let up on jobs, black professions. I don't know what the hell that need look like since
right,
we're in every field known to man. And I just don't think that he is the type to ever back down because he'd rather bully than give up gracefully. It's like even though
right,
him and Biden are the same ages, he still has a click like, oh, that might be me that's handicapped and not able to hold a thought. Because we hear him talking, he babbles too about
right,
nothing. So I
right,
mean, between the two of them, I think they're on equal stance. When I looked at Biden and Donald, so that's why I didn't think we had two good candidates. And I still, even though Kamala is young, I still don't think we have two great candidates because her political career isn't that great, and she did sleep her way a little bit into the politics. I don't know if everybody
mhm,
knows that history, but do your
yeah,
research. We don't stumble and land on positions and then just say I'm deserving of it. I think you really
right,
need to work hard, especially if you're trying to be the ruler of this world. That's really
right,
what that comes down to. So I gave you a little bit of Biden, Kamala, and Donald, and they kind of intertwined to me. My thoughts on them because they're one of the same. The one politician is just as dirty as the next politician. That's how I
right,
look at it. Um, the next person, Diddy, he canceled to me. You can't come back from abusing. You can't come back from all the bad criminal things that he's done. I don't even want to get into the explicit details, but
right,
what we've seen on tape, once a person shows you who they are, you have to believe it. You cross the street. When someone shows you who they are, believe them, cross the street. You lose all affiliation. You want nothing to do with them. And that brings me to
right,
Jay-Z. Jay-Z and Diddy, I'm so sorry to say it, one of the same. Back then, if you look at Diddy's past and Jay-Z's past, they was usually in the same circle, in the same crowd together. If you look at when Rihanna was young, Tiara Marie was young. You look at all his young people that he brought on, Foxy Brown, young. What was the other girl with the bushy brows that was the rapper? I forgot her name. Young, all of them. Half of them didn't make it. The one or two that did, the one or two One or
Mm-hmm.
two that made it. Look how they are. They had no
Right.
association with him. And
Right.
unfortunately, I think they're one of the same people. I'm sorry. Once you
Right.
leave or you show me, they usually say birds of a feather flock together. I think they birds of a feather and they definitely flock together.
And
They
they
was
thought,
all in
yeah.
white parties together. They was all in those secret parties together in the mansions with closed doors. I'm sorry. I'm a believer that Diddy and Jay-Z are one of the same. One a little bit more successful and publicized because he's with someone that's iconic that women kind of like, idolize, Beyonce,
Right.
So I think that's why he's more likable. Diddy was likable, but he was arrogant likable. You want the
Right.
floor shoes around Diddy. You want somebody that's humble and quiet and be around Jay-Z. But together, they roll those crowd. They roll in the same crowds and environment together. So I'm sorry. Love in 2024. I do want to say I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for love in 2024. I'm not big believer in love. I believe in situationships. I do believe also that any situation could lead to something so much greater. So I'll take myself as an example. You could date somebody, you could be in love with somebody for a week and end up being with them for the rest of your life. You can meet somebody for a lifetime, be with them for a lifetime, and then end up being in the most hateful relationship known to man. Um, it is
Right.
what it is. I'm a believer in love though. I do believe that love is still out there. I want to give the youth as well as our generation some hope that love and life, still exists. They coincide together. Everybody needs love, but no one will
Right.
admit or back down to humble themselves to show love or to be loved. And it's kind of crazy that we will not meet and pair together and be like man and woman and stop fighting against each other and just become a union. It's just crazy.
Right.
You got to do this and I got to do that, and then you're not on my level. All this back and forth is so unnecessary. Just be in love and accept people for who they are, and
Right.
that. It should be that simple. Love should be that simple. So I do
That's it.
believe in love in 2024. Um, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That's just how my thoughts are. So thank you guys for joining us for this 5 minutes. That's my rattling of what the current subjects are. I just want to just touch on each subject and just drop it off right there. That's my
Right.
thoughts. Thank you guys for joining the grown up group. You're here with Kira and Ty. And Ty and Kira, thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video.